Hey there, gang. How's it going? Dunkzinski here. Starting inside today. Wanted to give you an update on the peppers, as well as take you through a couple of the things I do every day that I don't film. So let's jump right into it. So most of the peppers are doing well. I just watered them. These two over here were in desperate need of some water, but they just got it, so hopefully they'll perk back up. The other ones are looking pretty good. We've got the clones over here, the crepe myrtle and the jacarera clone. Every day I pop the top off and I just leave it like that. I do that to each of the humidity domes to try and refresh the air. I even lift the humidity dome lid, the Tupperware lid, off of these trees. That way they can get a quick, nice breath of fresh air too. Every day I come down and I check for roots. Nothing yet. We'll keep watch. We have had a minor tragedy. It looks like the Romanescos got tipped over. I believe it was probably one of the dogs. Probably not that one. It could have been. I think it was Big Hank. Say la vie. We'll plant some more. So we're trying something different today. We're going to water the pumpkins with a 5-gallon bucket. That way, we can get a huge mix. Since they are heavy feeders, might as well feed them a ton. So we're going to have to scale up the monster mix. Instead of using just 2 milliliters of CalMag, we're going to have to use 5. We're going to do 5 scoops of the 2020, and we'll do 9 times 5 is 40 mLs of Cool Bloom. That sounds right. Almost done filling up this 5-gallon bucket. We'll fill up the watering can too, and we'll water some stuff later. Well, that's filling up. I'll grab my CalMag. And we're doing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set that there. Switch our tips. We'll set that next to the Cool Bloom. We don't even have to change the dial this time. One scoop. 2 scoops. 3 scoops. 4 scoops. 5 scoops. We'll go ahead and give that a big stir, stir, stir. The water's looking nice and blue. Next up, we'll take our Cool Bloom. And we will add 4 milliliters. Switch our pipette tips. And let's go water the pumpkins. Oh, this is heavy, actually. Ugh. Lovely looking flowers today. So I'm just going to slowly pour it out. I'm on one. Not really targeting the root ball like I normally do, just kind of targeting indiscriminately. Five gallons. Let's go do another 5. Here we are. So throwing that watering can was Amanda's way of telling me she'd like to help out. Let's go ahead and fill her can up too. Hers is just a little 1-gallon can. So we'll do 1 milliliter of CalMag, 1 scoop of 2020, and 0.9 milliliters of the Cool Bloom. We'll go ahead and get Amanda's can set up while we wait for the water to fill. I love the way the hose just kind of like goes silent whenever the water hits it. Then it just kind of sounds like a stream, a babbling brook. Gabbing away, that babbling brook. So we want to do 0.9. For those of you following along at home, it was 0.9 per gallon of Cool Bloom. I accidentally dipped the pipette tip in dirt there. but nothing a quick rinse won't fix. And I'm sure the plants don't mind the extra dirt. So as before, one, two, three, four, five, hands are wet, makes the lid hard to open. We do 5 scoops of the blue stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Give it a stir, stir, stir with our magical stir stick. Get the water nice and blue. Nice and blue before we add a little bit of brown. We'll pop open the cool bloom. And we'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just love the blue color of the fertilizer liquid. Here, I'll take you in for a closer look. There we go. Look at that deep blue. Got a couple little chunks of fertilizer down at the bottom. Probably need to give it a little bit more of a stir, stir, stir. We'll do that and then we'll go dump it. Alright, same deal as before, just kind of fire water away kind of indiscriminately. Aiming kind of for the root ball. That is 10 gallons for the pumpkin. That is really efficient. We should give the corn some water too. This corn over here is doing great. That one is for the willows. I got Amanda helping me water plants today. We'll fill up Amanda's can first, since it's got less volume. Thank you. Next up, we're gonna mix up some food for the snap peas over there. So we'll use the root grow mix, which is, if I'm remembering my own recipes right, 1 of CalMag, and then 0.9 of the Cool Bloom. There we go. Here you go, my dear. While the bucket's filling up, we will fill the watering can. Still have it set to 0.9. Change it back to 1. We're almost out of 2020 in this container. I'll definitely have to go get more either today or tomorrow. We still have a whole bunch in the shed though, so. Stir, stir, stir. Next would be those sunflowers right there. The 2 small guys. I like to give them like 2 gallons just to themselves. There we go. There's 5 gallons in the 5-gallon bucket. Then we'll take our CalMag. One, two, three, 4, 5. And we do 1, 2, cutting it close. 3, 4, and there should be just enough for 5 if I scrape it out. 5. Perfect. And then we stir, stir, stir. And then we add the cool bloom. Mon Mon. So we're going to do 4 of the cool bloom. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds about the puppo. All right, let's go give this to the corn. All right, so I think I'm just going to go in between the row here. Really let it slosh around. So that's 15 gallons total for the launch pad today. That's more water per volume. Or per... That's more water than I've given them previously. So they should perk up, be all happy. They're already pretty perked up. Let me take you close in so you can see the launch pad. Look at that. Look at those giant pumpkin vines. Sprawling everywhere. This guy, if we can even get down here, you can see it's got multiple vines coming off. So these guys really are some monsters. Another vine splitting off. That makes like 4 or 5. Crazy. the amount of growth this thing has. So here we are in the shed. Hello. Hi. How's it going? We're out of the blue stuff. We're out of 2020. So we are going to go ahead and break up some more. I got it in this big bag. It came all hard and in chunks. Like that. So we need to break it up a little bit. I prefer to wear gloves when I'm breaking this stuff up. Otherwise my hands get soaked in blue. Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely color blue. But it takes days to wash off my hands. And I don't want to look like I just gave a Smurf a hand job. That's not part of what I want today. So break off a chunk and just break it on down. And we'll just do that a couple of times till we fill up our mason jar here. Nice big chunk. And I'm just trying to get it down to fine particles. They don't have to be too fine because I can break it up with a teaspoon. Or the quarter teaspoon, I should say. And there we go. That should last us for probably the rest of the month. Although I don't know, now that I've got this 5-gallon trick, we'll see how far it stretches. Just put these gloves back till I need them next. Oh no, they ripped. That's right, these gloves were ancient. As you can tell by my pipette tip being the same. I don't like to waste stuff. So, these gloves saw their use. I wish I had another use for them. Alright, next up in the green container, we're going to mix up some mix for the pumpkins. There's a little container. We're going to mix up some mix for the tomatoes and, well, that's all the little can feed. So we'll get to mixing here. We're going to do 1 milliliter in the little can, 1 milliliter, 2 milliliter, and then in the little can, we'll do a scoop of our freshly mixed 2020, fresh from the mines. And we'll give it 1 scoop. And we'll give that a quick stir, stir, stir. And then we switch over to the Cool Bloom. Which I have lost my pipette tip for. It's a travesty. I'm gonna have to go get a new pipette tip. Oh no. I've used the same one for so long. I will be right back. Alright, we've acquired a new pipette tip.
Oh.
And we'll take our Cool Bloom. And we'll do 1 there.
No.
and 0.9, and 0.9 in the small one. So the little one will go to the tomatoes, the two next to the willow. Yes. Yep. Look at the dense foliage on this guy. This potato's looking good. I'll get a nice big wide screenshot of him in just a moment after I'm done giving him water. Need to reposition my hand on the watering can. We've got the start of potato flowers here and over here. And just such dense foliage. I'm giving the potato the full 2 gallons. We'll get some of the leaves too, like a foliar floating. Feed the foliage. Let me back up here, show you this guy in all his glory. What a nice looking potato plant. All right, so next up we're gonna feed Jackie with the green can, and we're gonna feed the cucumbers with the small can. They're both gonna receive the same mix, which is the monster mix. So we're gonna start off with our Cal Mag. 2 for the big can, and 1 for the little can. And we switch our pipettes in preparation for step 3. But right now we grab our 1/4 teaspoon and we mix 2 scoops of the blue stuff in the green can. And 1 scoop in the blue, or tiny, not blue can, gray can. I was too distracted by the lovely blue of the 2020 mix. And give it a quick stir, stir, stir. Get the water nice and blue. And then we switch over to our cool bloom. We do 1 at 0.9. We could just do 2 at 0.9 for the other one. That is 2 batches of monster mix ready to go. for the cucumber. You and I are going to go feed Jackie. All right. Jackie's looking exceptionally good. She's been growing extremely well. Her stalk is like a tree trunk almost. There you go, nice wide shot of Jackie. So the last thing we're going to do is free the sunflowers from their prison, give them some water, and then call it a day. And as I'm doing that, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so very much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. I'm a small-time YouTuber, so I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe if you're willing to give one. But if not, that's cool too. I just appreciate you hanging out. Let's give these guys some water. Oh yeah, it's so much more efficient using 5 gallons. We'll let the water sink down a little bit and then we'll give them some more. Okay, we'll go ahead and give them some more. Oh, there we go. Let me bring you in close so we can get a good shot of the sunflowers. Hi, Daisy. I wanted to show you. We're really starting to get the sunflower head on this guy. Look at that. You can start to see the yellow peeking through. This tall guy, still no yellow, but it's tall.